Yo, what is going on, man? I am B-Ball Jones. I am simply a basketball trainer that is here to bring you the blueprint, the stories, and the mindset to help you make progress in your game. Appreciate you tuning in. Let's get it.
There's a big difference between wanting something and fighting for something. The gap between somebody that wants something and the person that's fighting for something are two different worlds. All right, so for my ladies, okay, you know the difference between a guy that wants you and the guy that's fighting for you. Guys, there's a difference between the guy who wants the shoes and the guy who's fighting for the shoes. It's there's two different worlds. Everybody wants to have a great house or a great car and all these. Everybody wants to have the six pack abs, or maybe not even a six pack, but it's just to have a good enough looking body. Like the dad bod is more of a popping thing, so you might not want to have the belly per se, but you want to have a decent chest, good enough arms and shoulders. Like you want to have a good enough thing. You want to have this thing, but there's a level of work that goes into it. Most people aren't really willing to fight for it. That fight consists of going to bed at a decent time, not drinking as much, not going out as much to uh, going out to eat as much, or going out to parties or whatever. For the kids, like you say you want to be a great hooper, but are you fighting for being a great hooper? Are you going into training sessions with the sense of urgency, not just being so passive, not just lollygag about the stuff? Are you fighting for an opportunity to be on the roster? There- It's only, let's say there's 12 roster spots. There are 40 people who want that spot. 40. That's almost four times. There's over three times as many people that want it that can actually have it. So who gets those 12 spots? If all 40 want it, like what, how do you separate 40 people wanting 12 spots? Well, simple. Have them fight for it. AKA, let's have tryouts. Now, of course, you're gonna have some situations where it's a little rigged and coaches kind of got their favorites and whatever, or it's politics behind it. I'm not talking about those situations. I'm talking about the ones where straight up we have tryouts, may the best men or the best ladies come out here and fight for the spots. You got to compete for it. The level of competition you got to have in yourself to go after these things that everybody wants. Everybody wants to make the basketball team. What's the difference between people who want it and people who get it? The ones who are willing to fight for it. I remember hearing this story about how maybe a Vietnam War. I can't remember what it was, but there was the war that we had, and um America was in it, and the America came into it with a little more arrogance, like, yeah, we want to win the war, you know. But the Japanese or whoever we were fighting was just with a different mindset of like, we're willing to die for this war, and in a sense of we're not fighting to just say we want. We're fighting until this thing is completely done. So there's a difference between somebody who's in a fight and another person who's not fighting for the sense of like the urge to compete. So there's two different fighters in this fight. The one who says, I'm not done until the fight is done. The other one says, I'm not done until I'm done. Two different things. So there's one who will play or fight until the bell is rung, and the one who yeah, the bell rung, but I'm not done yet. And nobody wants to fight the one who says, I'm not done yet. Because if you're not done yet, that means we can go schedule for 10, but I'll go 12 if I have to. Those people are a little bit scary to fight. The countries who are willing to die for these things, a little bit scary to fight. So when you go against somebody who has nothing to lose, or the mentality that they have nothing to lose, a little bit scary to fight them because they don't know, they don't have an off switch, they don't have an off button, they don't know what stop means. That's why Kendrick was willing to go as far as he needed to go to win that rap battle against Drake. He doesn't have an off, but he doesn't know what stop means. Once I'm going, you press this button. You said you wanted to go here. Fine. I'm going to go there until I feel like I'm done. So be like that. Be the Kendrick Lamar of basketball and fight for your spot. Fight for what you say. who you want to be. Fight for what you say you want to have. If you believe you're gonna be on this team, you don't fight for it during tries. You fight for it during your workouts during the summer, before school starts, after school, before practice, and after practice. Fight for it. You remember, there are 40 kids who say they want this spot, but there are only 12 spots. So are you gonna be one of the few that's willing to fight for that spot? All right. Okay. Another timeout. Okay. Look, if you got to this point, you have to be enjoying the episode. Like you have to. At this point in the episode, you're enjoying it. So help me help you. Just if you're on Apple right now and you're on your phone, okay, just take your phone, press the subscribe button. It's right there. Just do that with me. Even if on your laptop, take your mouse, boom, click over, boom, do your thing. Now you subscribe. Now you linked in because you don't want to miss the next great episode that I have. But doing stuff like this helps the episode grow, makes the show grow, and the podcast grow so I can keep getting great guests and keep doing great interviews. So if you listen on Apple or Spotify, take a second, look at your phone, press the follow button, okay? And share with a friend or two because you'll find the value in this. You want to have this conversation with your friends so they can have the same value. Now the whole basketball community can grow. All right. Thanks for listening so far. I'm gonna get out your way. Let's get back to the episode. Appreciate you.